everyone. My name is Nicole Burnham. I am a member of the Executive Master's for Public Administration program here at the College of Charleston. Please bear with me. This is going to be the most stressful 5 minutes of my life, so I ask for your humility ahead of time. I was born in 1990 in Atlanta, Georgia, to a fierce, beautiful Colombian mother and American father. We really did have to lean on each other in the absence of my dad when he passed when I was 9 years old, but my mom taught me communication is key, and so is grit and determination. Because of that, I pursued the opportunity to attend the University of Notre Dame, which was a mere 15 hours away from home, but seeking out independence and new experiences, this was one of the best chapters of my life. While I was at Notre Dame, I became an advocate in many ways. I facilitated conversations for migrant workers, led the chair of the Multicultural Commission in my dorm, organized Relay for Life, and was the president of Women in Politics. During that time, I also was afforded the opportunity to return to the continent that I'd been exploring since I was a child through the heritage of my mother, and I traveled to Santiago, Chile, where I spent 6 months of my life. Backpacked all over, but spent a lot of time teaching day laborers on campus English. This experience led me to understanding more about this conflict in my identity. I'm Colombian, but I'm American. Where do I fit in between? Because neither side necessarily reconciles with the other, and with gatekeepers abounding, I didn't understand how I could step into that position of leadership. Taking another leap, I decided, well, let me go somewhere new. I was recruited by Teach for America out of undergrad and asked to come to North Charleston, where I taught at Morningside Middle School for 3 years. Sorry, I talked too fast. While I was there, again, I can't ignore where my passions and pursuits lead. So I started a baile folklorico group teaching these young people about the proper way of dancing, about culture, and really building bridges between a diverse population. After leaving the classroom, though, I hit a wall. I didn't know, was I going to go public or was I going to go private? The need to go private was purely because I needed to eat and pay bills. So I dabbled in the private sector, but I felt an emptiness and a lack. So during that time, I met the love of my life, and he and I actually formed Soccer en el Barrio, which was a pickup soccer league for at-risk youth in the North Charleston area, where we would drive around on Sunday afternoons, picking up children that I had once coached while they were in middle school and taking them up to play pickup games. That drove me to going back into the public sector. I needed to be with the people. And so I entered a position at my sister's house as a bilingual victims advocate right the year before the pandemic hit. And then everything kind of hit the fan. So in that space, oh, it's such a slide. Okay, we'll keep going. I eventually ended up getting a position with Charleston County Public Works as a result of needing to heal my soul in a lot of ways. Through my work in the nonprofit sector and working for the government, I've learned many skills, and the biggest one of those is creating a space for listening and engagement, and in so, building up humility, not just for myself, but for others, and accepting the vulnerability that it takes to not only put someone else before you, but their needs, their wants, and the services that they might not even realize they require. So this leads me into the core philosophy that drives my life of servant leadership. We don't climb alone, we climb together. Now I step into a space where I feel like an authentic leader. I feel seen, I feel legitimized. I'm not just a girl who speaks Spanish occasionally and English, sometimes crassly, but instead I am able to be seen and amplified. I strongly believe that in order for us to bring together a better tomorrow, we have to collaborate. And in the position as a minority female in a world that's been dominated by systemic issues dictated by a class that doesn't see us, I'm here for the change. I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Cesar Chavez at least one point during this presentation because he is a personal hero of mine. This quote especially has resonated with me throughout my life. The core belief being that we do not climb alone, we do not go alone. We cannot put the needs of ourselves above others. And so stepping into this beautiful light that the MPA program has brought me to, working through my conflict of identity, I now feel that I can step in and stand with these powerful Latina leaders and make change much like they did. To close this, I would be neglectful if I didn't thank you all. if I didn't thank my family, if I didn't thank my colleagues, I'm gonna try really hard not to cry, Dr. Millicent for walking me through some of the darkest days of my career, and really letting me see and feel seen and heard. So I've ended this where I started, on a road. So many miles behind, but so many miles to go, and I feel completely supported and loved and know that I'm prepared to take on whatever comes before me because of the people that I know I have around me.